All right, Iron Fist episode 10 review. Um, Following off of the last episode, episode 9, which was like one of my worst favorite episodes of the season. Episode 10 was a lot stronger. It was pretty good. We pick up with Danny Rand, aka Iron Fist, and he's in this weird compound where Colleen Wing was grew up, where she learned martial arts from her teacher Bakudo. I said Bushido last episode, but it was Bakudo is his name. So this whole time it's kind of weird. It seems like a wild like dream situation where Danny is he's there. He's not really sure what the true intentions are of these people. So he's asking questions. He starts following guys around, kind of looking out for different things. Kid is back. The kid that looks like a kid and plays Love Child. He's back. It turns out that that's where he was getting his internship to to the martial arts training facility that Bakudo runs. So that's pretty cool, you know. All right, so eventually, Danny comes across Madame Gao, who's being held by Bakudo at like a special like little off-site place, and she tells him that Bakudo is actually a member of the Hand. Yeah, Bakudo is actually a member of the Hand, which is crazy, because everything that we've heard so far from the Hand has been bad. And Bakudo to me seemed like he was like a pretty cool guy. Like, you know, even last episode he teaches him how to use his healing power or whatever to save Colleen's life. Um, so it caught me off guard really. Um, Eventually them two have a little fight and Bakudo has some sick moves. It's pretty tight. He's more spry than Iron Fist, although Iron Fist kind of took him out pretty easily. Towards the end of the fight, he kind of just like trips him and he falls. Um, but then Iron Fist and his friend from Kung Lung, shows up. That's he actually debuted in the previous episode too, but his part was so small I kind of didn't mention him. But it turns out he's come to bring Danny back to Kung Lung because Danny, I guess he left without even telling anybody, like in the middle of the night or something. So those guys, they actually end up teaming up because the whole facility is now after Danny, after him and Bakudo's fight, trying to keep them from escaping. And they're almost successful because for some reason, well, I think Bakudo had something. He had like this weird device, and he stabs Danny in the side of it right before he gets to the gate to leave. And I think that there must have been something in that kind of interfered with his powers because now Danny can't use his Iron Fist, so he couldn't bust through the gate. Um, so it all seemed lost, all seemed dire. But then Colleen actually helps Danny and his friend escape. And now they're on the streets, and Danny is bleeding out. And Harold Meacham's also on the move. He actually had a meeting with Bakudo. We don't really get to hear everything that goes on in the meeting, but apparently Bakudo has a way for him to join the outside world again, which has to be awesome because he's probably been pretty much outside of the outside world as long as Danny's been missing, you know, maybe just a little bit shorter, but yeah, so he actually he had a little part to play in this episode as well. They killed one of the board members that kicked his son and daughter out of the company, and now his daughter is making a power play to get back into the company, which seems to have been all a part of Harold's plan, and most likely a part of Bakudo's plan. This is a good episode. It had a lot more action in it than pretty much every other episode. Um, Besides the whole tournament one, the tournament one is still probably my favorite episode of the season because it's pretty tight. You know, it actually has like some really cool martial arts elements to it. But this episode is definitely up there. Is one of my favorite of the season. We're almost to the end of the season, and it seems like right now, Iron Fist is probably gonna be on the bottom of my list of Netflix shows. But it's not bad. It's just good. It's just good. It's not great or anything. It's just good. Oh, something I almost forgot to mention too. They actually have Bakuto actually had footage of the old Iron Fist. Iron Fist is more like a mantle that's been passed down. So there was the footage of the previous Iron Fist, and he looked badass. He was sick. He was so much cooler so far than what we've seen for our current Iron Fist. I still feel like he has a long way to go. Maybe they were trying to just tease it out until the second season, but teasing out something like that for like 13 hours, it's kind of weird. Um, but yeah, that was my review for this episode, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Peace.